What's going on, everybody? I'm RC, and in this video I'm going to be talking about this Game Boy Advance I bought the weekend, and I'm going to be fixing it up and making it like new again. I bought it because it's the Glacier one, the see-through Glacier, and I've always wanted this particular model. When I was a kid I had the blue one, the bluish purple looking one that everybody had, but the Glacier was always my favorite, and it's definitely the coolest one. And I got it very cheap with Pokemon Sapphire, and I was able to get them both very cheap because Pokemon Sapphire's battery was run dry, and I was able to fix that myself as soon as I got home. I'll do a video on how to fix those batteries in a separate video. But anyways, really dirty and grimy, missing the battery cover, and so I did buy a replacement battery cover, and it just came in the mail today and fits perfectly. It's not a original Nintendo made battery cover or anything, but it fits perfect, very snug, and they put the sticker on here that makes it look more authentic, even though it's not. So I'm happy with it, and the color matches great too. So yeah, it doesn't look unnatural at all. It looks like it fits like it was meant to be. So that's cool. I'm glad that came out nice. But triggers, I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to go ahead and show you some close-up pictures over this video while I talk here of all this dirty, nasty shit. There's a bunch of gunk up in the triggers. There's a bunch of gunk up in the speakers, in the holes where the screws are, the battery cover, or the battery bay. Where the game goes, I'm sure the pins are filthy. And the front I've already cleaned up a little bit. When I got it, the price sticker was covering up the speaker, and they had some other stickers and a bunch of sticky shit here on the front. The whole bottom right here was very nasty and sticky and gunky, and so I've already went ahead and cleaned that. But I used this paint thinner right here. This is Tester's enamel paint thinner. I normally use that as brush cleaner when I'm painting like model cars or something. But it works better than alcohol to get stickers and grimy shit off of game boxes, game cases, and consoles. Anything that needs to get sticky shit off of, it works better than alcohol, and it doesn't damage anything. So that's what I use, and that is Tester's right there. I bought mine for $3.59. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling on, and let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart and start restoring this thing. Alright, I've got it taken apart now, and boy was it dirty. Here's all the parts. There's the circuit board, the front, the back. These are the little rubber things that control the buttons. The triggers here, L and R, little side panels, D-pad. And let me zoom in closer and show you what we found. So inside of it, I did find a tiny dead roach right here. That's disgusting. And here's the D-pad up close and personal. That is also very disgusting. And yeah, a bunch of nasty, dirty shit. Here's the triggers. God. I'm kind of a germaphobe, so I'm definitely gonna wash my hands good when I'm done with this. And haven't taken these buttons out yet, but they're pretty dirty too. And the D-pad is the absolute worst. That is just disgusting. Yes, let's get the buttons out of there. There's the B button. Yeah, that's freaking nasty. So let's go clean this crap up, shall we? Alright everybody, now we're in the bathroom. I got a sink full of hot soapy water and an old toothbrush I'm going to use to scrub these parts. I've got all the plastic parts, so right here are the side pieces. Let's go ahead and throw them in there. the D-pad that's really nasty, and our A and B buttons. And I also took the metal piece off the back off. The springs here for the battery are still in. I couldn't quite get them out, but it'll be alright. Just dried off really well. And I'm not going to throw this in there. I think I'm just going to scrub it with the toothbrush outside the soapy water. Let's go ahead and stir things up and see what we grab here. And this is a side piece. Already looks 1,000 times better from just being dumped in there. Now, if you look at this, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you've seen it earlier in the pictures. There's a lot of scrapes on here, really dirty on that. I'm thinking of maybe sanding that down to make it smooth again, where it doesn't have those scratches. See, where's the D-pad? Here it is. This D-pad was very dirty. It's already better just from being in the water. And that looks 1,000 times better already. Wow. Still some dirt in the cracks, but all the dust and roach stuff looks to be off of it. Yeah, that is doing wonders. Pretty much all gone at this point. I know you guys can't really see the dirt and what I'm seeing right now, but it is much cleaner. Now we'll zoom in on that later. Go ahead and take this out and take a look at it. Right here around the label here is very dirty, where the barcode used to be. That was removed before I purchased it. The previous owner must have done that. And those barcodes are very common. They come off very easily. My old one, same thing happened to it. They just weren't made very well. Get around the volume switch and the headphone jack and the power switch. Very good. And the game pack area. We've got a spot right here. Let's get that. And yet, the battery thing right here, that's okay if you leave it in. That's not going to hurt it getting a little wet. It's not like it's anything electronic. I mean, it is, but it's not connected to anything. Right now, it's just metal springs. It's stainless steel. We're going to dry it off right after this, and it won't hurt it to get it just a little wet. No biggie at all. Sloshing a lot of water around. Need to be careful. Okay. There's our other sidebar right there. Yeah, that looks really good. Set that to the side. See, where's the rest of our stuff? There's the sidebar. Here's the A button. Or B button. I thought we just cleaned the B button. No, that was the A button. So here's the B button. That didn't take much of a scrubbing, that was pretty clean. And here we are at the last little sidebar. Let's go ahead and scrub that very good. And that looks to be clean. I believe that's everything in here. Yep. So now let's get on to cleaning this bad boy. I'm going to dip my brush in here. I'm going to dip it just a little bit in there. There was a lot of roach dirt and just overall shit around the D-pad. So I want to get that in particular. I want to get it very good. Just splash myself with water there. Trying to get it rinsed off. Around the A and B buttons is pretty grimy too. Oh, and the speaker. The speaker is horrendous. That's where this toothbrush and these bristles is really going to help. And this is a dirty toothbrush. This is not the toothbrush I use, in case anybody was wondering. I think it'll be alright to dip it in here a little bit. Go ahead and rinse. Let that water out. And now it's squeaky clean. And all of our Game Boy plastic components are clean. So let's go dry them off and let's move on to the next thing. Hey everybody, I had to go charge my camera battery because it was getting low, and while I was charging I did clean a few things. These little rubber pieces here for the D-pad A and B and the start select, they were very filthy, especially the D-pad one here. What I did is I took some damp paper towels and gently wiped all the gunk off of it, and then took another paper towel and dried it off so as not to damage it, because it will be on the circuit board. And now they're all dry and clean, so that is good. I also went ahead and took the liberty of sanding down these side pieces. Let me get that for you. So here's the one I did not sand. I don't know if it's going to show up in the camera or not here, but you can see it right there at my thumb. It's torn up and really dirty, and I showed you in the pictures earlier in the video. But I went ahead and sanded this one and got it smooth again. It's very clean and smooth. You'll see that in the before and after photos at the end. So what I'm using here is I have a very rough sandpaper. I go over it and sand it down, and then I have a very smooth sandpaper here, and that's when I go after the rough one and get it smooth again after cutting into the plastic and getting all that crap out. I take the red one and sand over and get it smooth again. Everything is pretty much dry, pretty much done here almost. I am going to go ahead and clean the pin connectors using the paint thinner I showed earlier. So let's go ahead and do that. So got the paint thinner, Q-tips. Just gonna dunk it in there and wipe it off here. Don't want it too wet. Go ahead and take this and let's go along and clean that. Get a little bit wetter. There's a particular spot right there that's dirty. Just want to clean it up some. Won't be perfect, but it'll be cleaner. Blowing out any dirt that may be in it. Game Boy does work. I've already tested it, but just to get it a little bit cleaner, I do that. I'm gonna take the dry end of my Q-tip here and kinda get this speaker. The speaker is very dirty. Yeah, you can see that. Bunch of roach dirt and nasty shit. Get it a little wet. Yeah, you can see right there. Let's get a clean one. Go ahead and get it dry. We don't want to damage anything electronic. Whew, that is nasty. Let's see, I might need some more Q-tips for this. Have some paper towels right here though. Okay, that's much cleaner. So pretty much everything is now clean and done. All I have left to do is to sand this down. And like I said, I just take my rough grit here and I just sand it. Sand it down to where the cuts are no longer visible. Want to get an even cut here. We don't want it to look stupid. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding this and skip to the before and after. So appreciate you guys watching. Alright everybody, I've got it reassembled and I've already got batteries in it, the battery cover on, and Pokemon Sapphire loaded up in there. So this is the moment of truth. Let's see if it works. It appears to be working just fine. Pokemon Sapphire. And there you have it. Working absolutely fine. It is now clean, sanitary, no more roaches inside of it, no more roach shit inside of it. The sides here have been sanded and they're smooth again. All the buttons don't have any gunk in them. It's beautiful. I paid $35 for this and the game, and around here these glaciers go for about $45, with Pokemon going around here for $35, which is ridiculous in my opinion because they're much cheaper on eBay. But there are a lot of fakes out there. And I did make a video talking about how to identify a fake Pokemon game from the 3rd generation. I did take it down because I missed a few points, so I'm going to be remaking that video, so stay tuned for that. I'll teach you guys how to identify a counterfeit cartridge from Gen 3 Pokemon, which is Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. But anyway guys, there you have it. Let me display the after photos. The before and after photos. You can kind of compare, see how junky this Game Boy was before I took it apart and cleaned it. And one thing I didn't touch upon was the screws that open this thing up are what they call tri-wing screws. You will need a special screwdriver to get this open. You can't just go use your Phillips head. You will need a Phillips head too, because there are Phillips head screws on the circuit board you need to remove in order to take it apart completely and wash it and all that. But you will need a special 3-wing screw to get Game Boys open. Game Boy Advance and many other Nintendo systems use them as well. It's similar to the weird funky little 4.5mm bit they use on GameCubes and stuff like that. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time.